So, as an artist, and I put that in quotations because I don't really see myself as an artist yet, but as someone who is dabbling in the arts, I think there's something to be said about when you make your art. And I say that in the sense of people always try to wait until like when their art is gonna be perfect. And it's never gonna be perfect. Not to sound like cliche, obviously I heard this so many times. I hate saying it even right now, but it's true. It's not. And also, more than that, the thing I really want to talk about is that there's a sincerity of making art at certain like points of your life that you won't get if you make it later. In the sense of like, when I was younger, I really wanted to make like a Degrassi slash Euphoria TV show, right? And not to say I can't make it now, but it's gonna be seen as a completely different like lens because I'm looking at my teenage years from the perspective of a man in my early 20s. So it's gonna be a lot different making it now than if I did it then. There would have been a certain level of like sincerity and kind of like heart that wouldn't have been there if that won't be there if I make it now. If I made the show then, it would have been very like Degrassi coded and less Euphoria like, and it would have been sincere. It would have been like kind of cutesy because that's kind of how I was at that age. Now it would have been a bit. Well, it would have been a little bit edgy. I was kind of edgy when I was younger, but it would have been like cute edgy. But like now, it would have been a bit more like kind of plain, kind of like poking fun at that age. And I don't think people that age would appreciate it. But because I didn't make it at that age when I was younger, instead of making it now, I kind of look at it and like kind of not take it with the seriousness that I would have at that age, and I can kind of like laugh it off, to so to speak. But I think that's the thing for all art, because not say that like you're gonna laugh off your art, but to say that it's not gonna be coming from this place of when you're in it and how it feels when you're in it, and you have to make it when you're there. I don't know how to explain that for everything, but I see I see this across all art too. Like when it's music or I guess painting too, that I draw a bit or sketching whatever. But just making it from the perspective of being in that point in that when you're in the middle of the like the shitstorm and making the art, then I think it's a completely different experience. And there's a level of kind of you can have a certain level of kind of intellectualizing it and of kind of tying all the dots and how it kind of connects the grander picture of life if you do it from hindsight, which is great. But sometimes in life, if you want to make art, you're making it for people. You're making it for people that are in the shitstorm. Sometimes you don't want to give hindsight. Sometimes you want to give like how fucking raw it feels, right? It just not to say that that's a it's a good thing, but man, I don't know where I'm going with this, but it's something about just making it when you're in the middle of it, and I think that that's been kind of lost. I think people wait too long. I think people want to make it too um intellectual and intellectualize it instead of just